Were the Nazis nationalists or were they globalists? Coming up. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. And as always, thank y'all for joining me today. Now, it's no secret whatsoever that the left hates nationalism with a passion. And nationalism, by definition, just simply means being patriotic about your country. And they just hate any idea of patriotism whatsoever to your country. Now, most of the people on the left couldn't tell you why. They've been spoon fed by the mainstream media, by social media, by these liberal college professors that patriotism is just evil and that it's quote unquote white supremacy. And basically some type of supremacy by white people. Now, the people who really oppose nationalism are the elites. And the reason why they oppose nationalism, as I've said before, is that they want their New World Order, that New World Order that George Bush said that we have a great chance of having, or that one world government that the Bible tells us will happen. Well, they want this, and not because they care for anyone or they care for people. They just want power. No, they want the power to control and regulate people's lives. They're addicted to it. Now, one of the ways that they use, or probably the greatest way that they use to demonize nationalism, is Nazism. And as we know that in the word Nazi, the N stands for nationalism. And in the minds of the left, anything that the Nazis or Hitler did that they don't like is demonized as Nazism. The question has to be asked though, were the Nazis nationalistic or were they globalist? I mean, just think about it. Now, it's true that the Nazis and Hitler instituted nationalistic policies in the country, but he also had a ultimate agenda. They did, the Nazis, and they wanted to create a world for basically blind, blue-eyed Aryans. And of course, they would have to get rid of everybody else. So that's not nationalistic because nationalists, they're concerned with their country and what goes on within their country. They're not really concerned about what's going on in other people's country unless what's going on in other countries affect their country. But they're mostly concerned about what's going on within their borders. Where the Nazis wanted to force their views on everyone else and eliminate everybody else. So that's globalism. So basically, the Nazis were just as much as, if not more, globalistic as they were in nationalism, nationalists. So the Nazis were Nazis. And, talk about a campaign slogan or, billboard material and something that we really need to put on shirts. And I would love to see, Caitlin Bennett, Millie Weaver, or Fluckus TV on these college campuses with a board that says, or a shirt that says the Nazis were Nazis, just to see snowflakes melt, and they will because that's what snowflakes do. But anyway, anytime the left try to demonize nationalism and patriotism by bringing up the Nazis, well, let them know that part of Nazism was also socialism. So anybody who's a socialist and believes in socialism by the same logic is also a Nazi, right? Anybody who believes in globalism is a Nazi because they had globalist beliefs and tendencies, right? And you look at the brown shirts of the Nazis, who basically went around and enacting thuggery and using thuggery to push their views. Anybody who does that is a Nazi. Well, who's going around doing that? I can't think of anyone other than Antifa that's doing that. And you look at the Nazis, they basically silence everyone else. Who is it that wants to silence everybody rather than meeting people in the free exchange or market in the idea of debate of ideas. Well, it's the left. Conservative, they basically want to have the open the dialogue and debate with the left. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they ask for the people who disagree with them first. So, if you really want to know who the Nazis are, they're the people on the left. And anytime these people demonize nationalism as Nazism, well, we should be shouting just as loud back at them that they're the Nazis. If they have a problem with Nazism, then stop being damn Nazis and stop acting like the Nazis. Because sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. In this case, I think it's necessary. So again, this is just logic, wisdom, and more ammunition for the conservative war chest, as if we need it anymore, because we're already defeating them and already winning in the realm of ideas. So as I've said, if they try to demonize nationalism by bringing up the Nazis, well, we should be letting them know, shouting from every mountaintop, that they're the ones who more Nazi, clearly far more Nazi than we are, and we should give them the evidence to prove that, y'all. But anyway, just wisdom that we need in this day and age. But as always, y'all, until next time.